Welcome to your weekend focus for January the 29th, 30th, and the 31st, 2016. My name is Telly, and this is Tarot with Telly. And before we get to the energy of the weekend, let me take a moment to truly thank you for all your comments, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, or just merely showing up each and every day and giving me all the support you do and all the love. Thank you so much. Now, let's get to the energy of the weekend. We start with the most fabulous card, the Wish card, the Nine of Cups. Now, I will give you the negative part of this card coming up first, and this is that we may only see what we want to see. So the saying always goes, measure twice and cut once. And so we don't want to make snap decisions. We don't want to rush into things. We don't want to put on blinders when we see it one way. We want to maybe play devil's advocate with ourselves and make sure that it is the right step forward. So make sure that when you are making agreements with people, that you are reading the fine print, that you know exactly what you are getting yourself into. But because sometimes we can blind ourselves. Sometimes we can say, I never saw the other side of the coin. You know, and hindsight is 2020. So we don't want to have that hindsight of 2020. We want to have that foresight of 2020. So meditate on it, pray on it. Just have some quiet time with yourself. Maybe talk it over with a trusted friend or a colleague before you step into something or lock yourself into something, to agree to something that you might not appreciate moving into at a later date just because you didn't know all the facts. You want to ask the questions. You want to make sure, okay, because this is our wish card. And so we may very well see only what we want to see when this card is first. So we want to measure twice and cut once. Now, on the other side of it, we are truly looking at our wishes, our dreams, our desires. I mean, this is a beautiful weekend. Just wait till you see the cards here. This is a weekend to grow your dreams, to expand your dreams, to take away the limitations that you have placed on yourself or the situation. Look at your situation, take away the limitations, and how does that dream look now to you? How big has it grown? We have the Six of Swords, and this is really looking forward. This is looking forward into our future, into our path, where we are going. Okay, now there is a figure at the very back of the boat here. I don't know if you can see him, but he's got a blue cape over his head. And that is a symbolization of your angels, your spirit guides, God, the universe having your back, directing you in the right way. So it's very much a go with the flow kind of weekend, to allow change to occur in your life, to allow new opportunities to present themselves to you, to allow you to think of another avenue or another way or a different way towards your goals, your dreams, your desires, your wants. And then we have the King of Wands now. This is optimism, optimism, optimism. King of Wands is very much the optimistic gentleman of the deck. He is also the high thinker. So when we actually think things through, we get the right decisions to go forward. We see all the different angles. We understand and appreciate what may hinder us, what may pull us back, what we thought was a good proposition turns out to be not so good. Or maybe a not so good proposition turns out to be excellent. But we have to think it through. We have to use our wisdom. We have to tap into our wisdom. So we don't want to make any rash decisions this weekend. We don't want to jump into anything before we know all the facts, before we've asked validating questions to know what the decision should be for us and us alone. This is also education. So you may be looking at a study course of some kind, expanding your intellect. You may be honing a talent. And then we have 49, inspiration. So get inspired. Get inspired about your path forward, where you want to go, who you want to become, how you want to grow into that person, that situation, that challenge, that adventure. Okay, and 9 plus 4 is 13, which is 4. So it is about our balance, our foundation, our structure. We are looking at how securely grounded we are to push ourselves off, to catapult ourselves into the future. Absolutely. You know, we've just come through the Mercury retrograde, and now that energy is behind us, and we are ready to move forward. So we have given it a lot of thought already, haven't we? But I think new things will come into play this weekend for us if we keep our eyes open, if we pay attention to our intuition, the little clues, maybe our waking and sleeping dreams, to give us a more definite step forward. And it's all about being inspired, allowing the inspiration to take over. You know, this is the kind of weekend where you can't wait to get out of bed to start doing stuff that drives your passion, motivates you, makes you feel alive, makes you feel like you are going to accomplish something, that you are going in a certain direction. Well, let's get the angels going and see what they have to say for us. So I think, you know, a word of caution with the 9 of Cups, because something can present itself to us and we put on the blinders instantly, seeing only what we want to see, hearing only what we want to hear. We need to validate our thoughts. We need to make sure that it's the real deal, that we understand it as it's being presented to us. So we don't want to have the blinders on. We don't want to go on blind faith this weekend. We want to ask those qualifying questions. I mean, with the King of Wands, I mean, that's our high intellect. So tap into your wisdom, your higher wisdom. The Two of Michael. It will all be better if you just make a decision, overanalyzing a problem and finding compromises. So perhaps it's just the opposite. You have been sitting on the fence, worried about the step forward, having a fear of what is to come of it. How does it change your life? How will people accept you? Does it feel right? Tap into your intuition, tap into your gut. That gut feeling. If you are being drawn to something, chances are it was meant to be on your path. So don't let fear be the thing that pulls you away from your path. The fear of the unknown, the fear of what is to become. We are really standing in front of beautiful, abundant paths right now. And sometimes the fear can be a blinder all on its own, not allowing us to see our dreams, our passions, the opportunities that allow us to walk into them. New beginnings. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. New beginnings. We are all standing on the brink of new paths. Some of us have taken a couple of steps forward. Some of us are looking at the path either with a little bit of dismay or fear, unknowing. We get that knot. We get so we're frozen in time and we can't move forward. But we all have new beginnings to walk into right now. So you are starting a new life. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. finding your purpose. So pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the little clues and signs you get throughout the day, throughout the night. A forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So in other words, be kind to yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Yesterday is done. It cannot be repeated no matter how many times you replay it in your mind. So take the wisdom from the lesson and move forward. The Queen of Ariel. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. And I think, yes, you may want to talk things over with a trusted friend, a colleague, a mentor, somebody's opinion you trust. Practical and wise advice. You may just want to meditate or pray and allow the answers to come to you that way. Nurture yourself. Nurture yourself and those you love. Don't you love it how it puts you first? You need to nurture you before you can really go out in the world and nurture anybody else. You have to love yourself first. You have to embrace yourself, your dreams, your desires, who you are and who you are becoming. So love yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. Tell yourself your dreams, your desires, your path forward, what you want to create, who you want to become. Celebrate it with you first, and then go out and love those people around you. Change your life. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Powerful cards. Change your life. What do we have here? We had new beginnings, and now we have change your life. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. So yes, I do believe that opportunities are going to present themselves to you. I still say you need to qualify them because we had the wish card as the very first card. So sometimes it seems more fanciful or more filled with fantasy, more filled with what we want to hear than the actuality of it. We don't want to make the path harder for ourselves. Break free of procrastination, sitting on that fence. Should I or shouldn't I? What will happen? So take a step and find out. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. So go with the flow this weekend. Be open to change. Be open to a new adventure taking you away for a beautiful ride towards abundance and happiness and joy and balance, peace of mind. One more. The 10 of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours and trying too hard to please others. So like the other card says, we have to love us first. Trying too hard to please others, it should be you as the top of the priority list. This weekend, it should be you at the top of the priority list. Everybody else will survive if you stop doing for them for a day or two. They will. They may not like it that much. But I think sometimes we need to take time to be a little bit selfish of our time, of our energy, of our resources, and just treat ourselves, love ourselves. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. So it is a busy world we live in, and things can pull us every which way, and we can't even take time to concentrate on the next step forward, much less our entire dreams, our visions, our goals. So where there are responsibilities and obligations in your life where you can allow somebody else in to take that burden away from you so that you have more time to concentrate on you, is a benefit to you this weekend. So maybe it is redesigning a friendship or redesigning your duties in the home, in the workplace, in the community, so that you have time for you to develop your goals, your dreams, and your path forward. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.